Hey guys, we're waiting for a few viewers to get in. Hopefully everyone has had a good day thus far. Mine has been quite a good one. I can't complain. Oh, we got some coming in the room. Hi everyone, just waiting for a few people to get in.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Well, we got a couple coming into the room now. So basically, we want to welcome you to Sisters in a Sandbox, where it'll be featuring
Azalea,
the oldest, me, Annie, the middle, and baby girl,
Avis.
And we just like to say thank you for your support ahead of time, as right now we have to go live FB. However, we will be on our YouTube site channel every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, called Sisters in the Sandbox. I don't know who's squinting, but nonetheless, we wanted to just get our perspective and opinions out in regards to every day-to-day issues that involves the general public and our public viewers. So, as I stated on my website, on my FB website, tonight's featured topic is relationships. And Lord knows there's a lot that could be said about relationships. Amen.
Especially ours.
Yes. And I'm sure it's very relatable to a lot of our viewers out there in FB land. So please keep in mind, our YouTube site will be airing next week at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Every Wednesday. 5 o'clock. So this is the first time that we're going FB Live, and we're just to make sure that we let everyone be aware of what we're pretty much trying to get started off in this project, which is various topics, talking about anything and just giving our opinions and about the matter. So take it or leave it. It's not set in stone. It's not biblical. So aside from that, we're going to jump in and talk about the relationships. And in regards to this relationships, the topics in which we're going to be actually elaborating and expounding on is trust and communication in a relationship. Then we'll be also elaborating and expounding on
Reestablishing and refocusing relationships.
Having or not losing your identity in a relationship. So talking about self-love and self-preservation, as well as healing in a relationship after a relationship has been severed or ties has been cut. And we all know we've been there. We either did the cutting or the cutting was done to us. So let's get started. So who want to go first? I don't know. Should the oldest go first?
I'm just going to say,
yes.
Hi, everybody. This is my first time on live. A little nervous. This is crazy for me.
Yeah, because she don't talk much.
No, I do talk. But this is crazy for me. This is crazy for me, but I want to let everybody know I'm married and been married for 11 years. And I'm also in a blended family. And with that, we have 7 children all together. And we have...
It's a tribe.
Yes. And we have actually, I believe, 5 grandkids and 1 on the way. So we have going 6. So that I'm letting you know where I'm at in marriage.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm coming in because I am a recently divorcee. Not too long ago, I had 4 beautiful children out of that marriage, and I have a lot of experience that I experienced, and then even in regards to some relationships. So that relationship was like, how long was it? Oh, it was a long time. Like 18 years, because we was dating since I was in school.
Yes.
So yeah, it was like a total of 24 years. But as they say, everything, there is a season. So nonetheless, that is my background. I have 4 beautiful girls, and I'm a recent divorcee.
You forgot your son?
And, I'm talking about 4 beautiful girls. 3 beautiful girls and 1 boy. He's going to kill me. But nonetheless.
She forgot her son, y'all.
I'm so sorry.
No, she called him a girl.
That's the thing.
That's what she did. Go ahead.
He's by far not a girl. But nonetheless, that's my background.
Yes, okay. And I am definitely going to be expounding on reestablishing and refocusing on relationships, because in the current situation that is my season right now with me and my husband, as far as just taking the separation and trying to reestablish ourselves together, as well as refocusing.
I hear you, Trace.
With you
Sorry.
both. So, and I had 3 sons. I had 3 sons, basically all grown out of the house, basically. So, yeah, that's where I stand.
So, exactly. He normally is not on FB. Today, my son wants to be on FB.
Yeah.
He must got word. He called him a female. Okay, so go ahead, sis. So you go ahead and you.
Well, I'm coming to you. I wanted to talk to y'all about marriage, trust, foundation, building the foundation. I'm also here if you want y'all inputs. I see y'all inputs to help me out as well. It's ups and downs, highs and lows, or whatever, as far as being in a relationship or marriage for 11 years. Compromising, is a lot of that. But I'm here to just let y'all know it's not easy being in a blended family. Husband is what you call, and he might see this.
Superman.
Well, she calls him Superman. Is an introvert.
Introvert?
Introvert.
Help her
Yes.
out.
Yes. He's a gamer, y'all.
A homebody.
He is a homebody. Where
As I would say, a hermit. I still
you
love
talk
him.
about my husband. You talk about your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Still love him though.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, he loves being home, and I like going out. I was brought up in church. We were brought up in a church.
Yeah, we were known as the church girls.
Yes.
I'm
we
sure
were
a lot of
brought
people
up in
can
church.
relate about the church girls. We was called the Jones sisters,
Jones girls.
the Jones girls, church girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All's my life.
But from my perspective as marriage, I'm here to just say, you have your ups and your downs, and I'm taking it day by day, on that one.
So
Trust. My thing with
What
the
is
trust,
the major? What do you feel? Jumping
Trust.
in, sis.
Yes.
Yes,
Trust.
that's what we're trying to get you to elaborate on.
Yes.
The trust and
Trust.
communication.
Yes.
So if you
Trust.
can try to enlighten,
Trust is a monkey for me. Is the elephant,
monkey?
not the monkey, but the elephant in the room? Trust.
Is in the room.
the elephant in
Yeah.
the room that we're
Yeah.
going to be talking about.
There's a couple elephants.
No, trust is big because we both came from broken relationships. He came from a broken marriage. I came from a broken relationship. I was
Wow.
engaged, and I broke that off. So
the fiance was broke.
yeah, he was
We're not no gold diggers, though.
Yeah,
Don't
we're
get it
not
twisted.
gonna-
No,
Don't get it
but
twisted.
the whole thing was we
You gotta have
broke.
something.
We broke. You know,
Yes,
I didn't have time to heal, so I needed healing time, which I didn't do. But I'm gonna tell you now, I am delivered from that. I just don't want to be a failure in my marriage, so I'm just trying to walk and
I don't know
take
how to
that
take
day
this
by
video.
day by day.
Mm.
You really sitting up here doing
And what
that?
about the blended family? I know I have a blended family as well, but it's not as big as yours.
Yes. Blended family was a little different for me. But you know, when you love someone, you love. What is you doing, sis?
I'm trying to tag.
Oh,
Keep talking.
I can't see. They can't see me.
They can see you. They definitely can hear you.
Can they? Okay.
Sorry, guys.
All right. Well. Anyway, yeah. What is you doing?
Just go ahead.
Had people in.
Because Lord Jesus had mercy.
Okay. Blended family is not easy, but if you love that person, you love the children. And it was not easy, but thank God, I'm not going to lie. Thank God that my children and his children are around the same age. They grew up together. And that's the good part, that they all growing up together and they love one another. And, you know, you got the older crew and then you got the younger crew. So I thank God for that. But it has its ups and downs as far as being in a blended family.
What was the most difficult though? Because I know, far as a blended family, you know what I mean, you have two families coming in together, so there's different like morals, there's different values, there's different backgrounds, different religions, but you know, it has to be a medium ground, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Without compromising yourself.
Yes, and I'm learning that. But you know,
45, she's learning it.
Yes, I am.
Yes,
I'm not gonna lie.
But sometimes we can be stubborn and set in our ways.
Yeah.
So it takes time to adjust.
I am, and I can be. If husband is watching,
what
yes.
do you mean?
Yeah.
We
all stubborn.
We Leos. We all
Leos.
We're stubborn. I can be a little bit of spiteful at times. Well, yeah. Am I saying that's good, y'all? No, that's not good. If husband is watching, he knows. But I went to therapy for that.
Pastor done dropped in here. He said, so how do you balance church and family? That is what I had a problem
I'm working on it. Pastor, I'm working on it.
Especially when it comes to relationships. Because even when you find yourself like there in like relationships or new relationships or even in marriage, that was something I had to actually encounter, was being able to balance ministry and relationships.
Because they don't understand when you're going out in church all the time.
But not only that, because you got to understand, if you are connected to someone who's, I'm not going to say the unbelievers, but their background is not the same as ours, of course, it's about, trying to meet at a happy medium. And if it doesn't, then, either you're going to feel less of yourself,
right?
And pulling and tugging and trying to satisfy each.
I agree, because I'm not gonna lie. There was a times that I literally gave up church for the husband at time, but I was miserable. He did not ask me to. He didn't ask.
Okay.
He didn't ask.
Yes. Make
he
sure
did not
ask.
He did not. I'm not gonna put him as a bad person. He did not ask.
Okay.
I did it because I thought it was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. But no, he did not ask, and it was worse. It was on me. But now that it's hard, I'm trying to find a balance, and I need help, the guidance, and thank God for Freeman. Shout out to Pastor.
Yes.
Woo!
Hey,
First
Pastor
lady.
Sean. First lady.
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
Yes.
All the way down 349.
Yes. So I'm really trying to find a balance in that, but it can be difficult because we always going to church and things like that, and they don't understand. If you have a person that's unequally yoked, and what I mean by unequally yoked, you have a believer and a non-believer. You have somebody, he says he's saved, that's good, but if he's not walking the way you want to walk, then y'all unequal. Y'all not yoked together. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's difficult for me. And I know this. I know the word, and I know this. So yes.
And we're also going to throw this on out there. So since Pastor is watching and viewing this, that you can no longer use your husband as a scapegoat when you want to leave.
No, but he understands though. Pastor does understand.
We want to
we
be
got
down
that
there.
with Pastor
That's
understands.
you.
Pastor, please have my back and say you understand. Please.
No, she do this number and go out the door halfway through the service. But
I'm not gonna lie.
But yes, nonetheless, trust
Why
and
they gotta
communicate.
You see,
you know what? But they get carried away. Trust and communication. Trust and communication is definitely a factor in a relationship. If you don't have trust and you don't communicate to be able to comprehend what you're communicating,
that's key.
Then there might be some struggles. Because everybody has different perspectives.
Yes.
Everybody looks at things different.
Definitely.
And I'm a type of person, I've always tried to have an open mind and be able to take in consideration other people's perspectives and opinions and matters on a situation, on a matter.
Right.
Because sometimes some people look at it as black and white and feels that what they say goes and what they say is right. That's not necessarily true. Because then that means we're not allowing that person to be themselves. So even in a relationship, my key thing is I accept that person for who they are. Even if there is where most of us might find ourselves in positions of being unequally yoked, we still have to respect that person and whatever their belief is, because going in knowing you already knew even with you being a believer, that he was an unbeliever. So you have to deal with the consequences that comes along with that, and ask God for guidance and understanding of how to deal with it.
Let me interject with that. Now you also know that God, I had to, and I have to state that since you're you know me going biblical and everything.
Y'all, they already know.
In Corinthians, it does say that, you know what I mean, that the husband, if he is with an unbelieving wife, he's able to sanctify his wife, as such as if the wife is with a non-believer or believer, she is able to sanctify the husband. So we don't want to put that notion out there that it can't be done. That prayer does work.
Prayer changes things.
Yes, it does. Yes,
and you just got to ask God for revelation of how to go about your situation. So, and like I said, I'm not an advocate of, you know, separation or divorce and all that type of stuff. But sometimes there comes seasons and times where things change, people change, and you can outgrow one another. But you got to accept it for what it is. Take the good along with the bad and know when it's time to move on. So that's where I want to come in talking about the healing after a relationship has ended or has been severed. And basically, I found myself in that position where I had to heal from not only, you know, being divorced, but a relationship as well. And even being on the dating scene. It was kind of hard because I did have to like set myself down and set back, take time out for me, and actually take and evaluate my situation and where I stood, and when it came in regards to being healed from past hurt, past relationships. And until I sat myself down and actually prayed and asked God for revelation far as what to do and how to go about when it's time for me to go back on the dating scene, which I am currently on, how to govern myself so that I attract the right person. Not to say that the ones in the past were wrong. I take everything that I've learned and use it for the good. So therefore, a lot of things might have happened to me, but I use it as a life lesson to be able to teach me what I will and not allow. And in that healing process, you can begin to find yourself. And through that healing process, that's what I did. I had to practice self-love and self-preservation, because basically, self-love, what about those of two different religions? Y'all jumping in there.
Look, let me tell you something about the religion. Because some people with the religion, I will say this. If one is like Muslim and one is
Catholic
Christianity.
Let's just say Catholic.
I don't know why I said Catholic.
Just to give an example.
Oh, okay. Well, honestly, it's about finding somebody that's in the same
vibration, energy, believing.
I mean, they could have different traditions and practice different traditions.
And different religions, per se.
So that means that...
But we still have to respect them in that religion. The thing is, what will you compromise? Or what compromising factors?
That'd be one thing I couldn't compromise with. That is, sacred. You know what I mean? Your religious belief.
But those are things we should find out dating. And the dating scene before we marry.
Yes.
Because if it's going to become an issue, as it would be for her. Now, for me, like I said, I'm an open person. I'm open-minded, and I respect people in their different religions. Mm-hmm. And as long as it's not conflicting, but yet compromising, where I can enter into a Catholic church. It's the same if I go into a church or a 7-day events or whatever. It doesn't keep me from going in and participating within, knowing who I am in Christ as a Christian. That's not going to allow me to not assemble with others who might not be like-minded religious-wise, because it's about relationship for me.
Right. Yeah, mine's is a Christian. My husband is a Christian, so I'm a Christian, so that I don't have to worry about. But I will say this, she
is definitely a black and white person. There's no straddling. I'm not saying we should straddle the fence. Don't get twisted. But she has no gray area for her. So. What you say? But yes, back to jumping back into Pastor was talking about before marriage. But I think I addressed it not too long ago, where I was saying these are things that you should actually find out before you get married, so that there will not be any problems, or you won't have any conflicts or anything that will bring any discord to the relationship. So,
well, say this. Like, when in the process of your healing, in the process of self-preservation and self-love, of course,
I
has to be healthy boundaries that
yes,
you have
I had to learn to how to set healthy boundaries. Yes. I also had to learn to respect myself, respect my well-being, that I'm responsible for my own happiness. Nobody can give that to you.
Validation,
that comes, yes, all of that comes from within. Yes. And we cannot actually give that much power to someone else to provide happiness for us. It has to come from within.
I had to learn that.
So with that being said, I already was, I'm not going to say I'm arrogant, but I am confident with my own right. Mm-hmm. However, we have to learn to set respectful boundaries in a relationship, because then if we keep allowing certain things, then I feel that opposite partner, or whoever you might be in partnership with, will feel as if though they can keep doing that over and over again if you don't set that healthy boundary.
Yeah. She said,
it's not an issue for me. It's not an issue for me. He is Muslim and I'm a Christian, and we are learning to get through. We can and will compromise, but to the point that we'll go against what we believe. No, you don't have to forfeit your belief. It's a matter of respecting each other's belief, is what I feel. The thing is to know, like, if you're going over, you need to be, how should I say, enlightened and aware and informed of the type of religion he's in, as I should also say vice versa would be on your end. But if it is something that y'all can agree upon, then by all means, if you don't think that it's going to become an issue later down the road, then by all means, go head on in.
Hey, look.
But if you know it's going to be a problem and y'all bumping heads in regards to that, then
see,
you have to pray to God on that one.
Some people are not in the same place in their Christianity or in their
levels.
religion.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely in the different level with accepting certain things. And yes, mine definitely has to be a Christian. He definitely has to love the Lord Jesus Christ, because it's the only one. And that's just it for me.
But the thing is, you also have to embrace, and that's another thing about self-love, your strength and weaknesses within a relationship when you find in self-love. And those are some of the things that I had to work on, and to accept the things that you've done in your past, your present, as well as to speak for your future. So the thing is, you try to be a better version of you each day that you wake up, and find tools to help you along the way, because that's what a lot of us do. We kind of draw a blind eye. We can point, they say you point the finger at three, it's coming right back at you. Sometimes we don't deal with our own shadow work, the things that keep us bound, the thing that keeps us as either an enabler or...
What Ashley said, what if church hurt?
She said, Avis, I'm not playing with you, Tanisha.
She said,
what if their church hurt? How can you get them to go back to church?
Oh!
That's a good one.
Wait a minute. Is this in a relationship or is this just...
Yes.
That's relationship. We talk about relationship.
Well, I think they should sit down. A lot of people experience church hurt. I'm sure we got some witnesses in the room that have been through church hurt.
Have been maybe one of the issues of the church.
She's telling the truth.
Probably have. It's something I just
set the church on fire.
I will not waver in. So sorry. No, I'm not. Go ahead, sis.
So in regards to yes, oh my God. But we're being honest. We're being very transparent in regards to this. If the person experienced church hurt within that relationship, it is up to that mate, I feel, to actually sit down with that opposite mate and try to get an understanding of what that hurt was. Because most times, the whole point of the matter is when we go to church, that's what we're there for, to heal, not to be judgmental of others. We have to work on ourselves and allow them to know that they're not there for the people. We're there because of a relationship with God and asking Him to mend our broken hearts. So I can't be focusing on somebody over there.
Just said, how do the church hurt people?
How does the church hurt people?
Yeah.
It's not the church.
We're venturing into a whole lot of stuff now. I think our next segment has to be about church hurt.
Oh, yes, because this could be like a 2-hour form.
Yes. But it's the people in the church.
Yes.
It's really the people in the church.
It's not
the thing is, because, let's be real, if I can be transparent for a moment, you have a lot of different people who holds a lot of different type of characteristics.
I just want to say this.
They got character flaws.
Everybody got some type of character flaw.
You have your traditional, your religious.
As I said, you can be holier than thou wearing a long skirt, but it's easy to lift up the skirt than it is to pull off a pants. But
I
did a lot of changing back in my day.
So I feel
yes.
I was a queen at it.
Yes.
Thank God for forgiveness.
Yes, because I think we all experience church hurt, where not just saying the church hurt me, but the people in the
within
church.
the church.
Yes.
So it's not the church, because we are the church.
It's talk.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know what?
Well, I experienced that, and I'm gonna tell you, in all types of relationships, even if it's the sister relationship, the husband relationship, the mother relationship, your children relationship, all of this, because we hurt one another, but at the end, you have to have a forgiving heart, as Pastor said.
Forgiveness is the key.
Yes, the forgiveness is the key, and you have to move on.
And
from
it starts within.
Yes.
That's a lot of things that is hard for a lot of us to do. First, you got to forgive yourself. Because sometimes we can act out of character. All of us can act out of character at one time or another.
I'm not even going to raise my hand.
That's me.
So that's the whole thing. Learning to forgive yourself. That's another part of self-love. Forgiving yourself from even some of the mistakes that you have done. Yeah. And even if they say in the Bible, if you have an ought against your brother and sister, to go to them and
I'm
try
a
to settle it
believer of
peacefully.
that. I am
try
a
to settle it
believer.
peacefully.
Yes.
This one, she does it, but you have to give her a minute to do it. It takes her a minute
because
to go to the person.
I don't believe in being fake. I believe in doing what's right. So when my heart is right, I can't say something and I don't mean it. So if I'm saying that I love you, I genuinely love you. If I'm saying that I'm sorry, I'm genuinely sorry.
I'll forgive them if I take them out back and dust them off.
Well,
I know the word said that the kingdom suffers violence and the violence taken by force. We don't need that type of force. But I'm with you, sis. Pastor, we talking about putting you on blast. He about to start putting them on blast. Come on.
Forgiveness is the key with all of this.
Every relationship.
In every relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each form of any type of relationship, you have to be able to forgive.
Yeah.
And that's why I said me being an exhorter, and I cannot hold on to anger or bitterness towards anyone that might have done wrong to me or who I've done wrong to. I have to go before God to be able to exhort. It's like holding on to that can cause bitterness.
Well,
it can keep me from. I feel tied down, and if I feel because sometimes, like if I feel that I haven't forgiven someone or I've gone through something personally, I'd rather just sit down and sit out.
Well, what about the times that how many times, because I'm quite sure that a lot of people's probably asking, how many times do we forgive that person if they're doing the same thing?
Well, what the word
especially
says.
in a relationship. Yeah, it says what? God forgives us 70 times 70. It doesn't say that we need to forgive 70 times 70, but the truth is that, we want God to forgive us, so we should, provide that same.
And that's another thing. And when people come to say forgive, I know we're like, I can't take. Yeah, not even forgive and forget. But a lot of people say, they ain't really mean it. But we got to take it for what it is. Whether we feel that it was genuine or not, if the person apologizes, we got to take it.
Accept it.
You got to put it in the sea of forgiveness.
That's not to them.
Exactly.
But we done did our
sea of forgiveness. Let that
he
go.
cast it in the sea of forgiveness.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
But back to the relationship, so I can do my
thing. They say they treat them with a long handled spoon.
Yeah.
And that's me. That's how you going to get treated.
She's telling her truth.
I am telling my truth. I'm not going to lie.
Like my mom used to say, she said, I can't promise you if you hit me, I won't hit you back. I say, first of all, it won't get that way if God don't allow it. Because he said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It's going to form, but it ain't going to work. So I dare you to try me. Like my kids put up there, thou shalt not try me.
No.
24/7.
No. I think for those who do know me and know me well.
Definitely don't try her.
You have a better chance of trying God. Please try God. Don't try me. You get a better result. I'm trying to tell you. Don't try me.
Oh my God.
Don't try me.
Oh my my God.
He said no, sis. It does say you forgive 70 times 70.
Oh my God. All right.
Expect God's grace and mercy for their... Exactly. We thank God for His grace and His mercy because it's more than sufficient.
But in a relationship, so I can get to my segment. What time is it?
It's 5:30 because we're trying to do no more than an hour. Yes.
Okay, so go ahead. So get about.
But I was talking about the self-love and self-preservation, and there's different tools and things that you can do.
Can I just hop in this? I'm gonna cut in. I'm sorry. This is what we do. I'm sorry, but I just want to let y'all know. Even in this with the relationships, I just want to know, and it's a therapist too, that therapy can help healing the brokenness along with God and Jesus and prayer. I'm not saying
because our culture, unfortunately, and definitely the men, and there's not a lot of men folk in here except Pastor that I see that I can tell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for right now, so excuse if it is any other extra men in here, but nonetheless, the thing is they find it, I don't know, like they don't need it. They wasn't
brought up that way because they were brought up to the point where you suck it up and take it like
it's some men in here. But the thing is, mental health is real, and this is something that I'm addressing this is something that I'm addressing in our church, and we'll be doing soon here. With a psychiatrist to come in and talk about mental health because it is real, and a lot of us. I mean, yes, God is the chief healer. He can bring us up out of that, but sometimes you need that little extra help for those who might not be able to do it on their own. And everything don't have to be done with medication, but you can go to someone and seek help.
Thank God,
for those situations. Because mental health, a lot of us can be on Snap. Because I know I could have been on Snap a few times. Mm-hmm. She could have been on Snap. She snapped.
I snapped. I'm not gonna lie.
She's been there, done that. She got a t-shirt. T-shirt had. We all have a past, but we gotta forgive our past.
But therapy does help. It's a process.
Yes.
It's a process, and you have to walk and own your process. Walk in your healing. I mean, it's just you have to put in your work. If you want to start healing from some of these relationships, you have to work on it. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm sorry.
And then you are what you attract. If you are going through and you're depressed and you haven't really healed and you haven't worked on yourself, then you're going to attract negative energy. Negative relationships are going to be drawn to you. But once you start working on yourself, your healthy boundaries, taking care of yourself, respect, all of that, you'll have a different glow to you and you'll attract the right person to you. And sometimes it's different than what you expect. Because trust me, I'm in that place right now.
Nisha is not right.
Different than what I expect.
How do you get away with murder for me?
Sis, Nisha, we will be talking to you after this recording, after this form.
She is not.
You need a whole lot of oil, a whole lot of Jesus.
We're going to get together, sis. We're going to get together.
It's all good. We love you.
Yes, but healing.
But yes, learn to actually get the help that is needed. Because
there's help out there.
And it's for all types of relationships. It's not just the relationship dealing with a man and a female.
Intimate relationship.
It's just, intimate. You can talk about family.
Family is the big root. They
say
the root.
Blood is thick in the water. Exactly. Blood is thick in the water because it hurts more because it's thicker. The other stuff trickles down.
Yes.
Blood sticks. So that means when it comes for family, it hurts a little bit. No, blood is thicker. I didn't say it hurt. I said it hurt a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I don't know what you're talking
about. Blood hurt more than water?
I said blood is thicker than water, so it's going to hurt more. That means it's going to stick.
Oh,
okay. Now here, you see what I'm saying?
The blood's going to stick. The water's not.
Okay. So do I need to do an illustration?
Please don't.
Get blood and some water.
Jesus.
Oh, no, there we go. So therefore, yes, blood runs down faster. That means nothing to it. I said water runs down faster, but blood is thicker. So therefore, the water when it trickles down is not much substance with that. But with blood, there's substance. So that means blood is thicker than water. Therefore, a family hurt is thicker, more hurtful than water.
And that's why I recommend therapy.
You still trying to process it?
I'm processing it.
Because
well, do your second.
Go ahead. You want to get some water?
Because I think what it is for some people, because a lot
is your phone gonna go out on us?
No. Where is it at?
I don't know.
I have no clue where her power is on or what her thing is on. But nonetheless,
But what I would say is, what I will say about that, about family and friends, you have some people out there that do not speak to their family, and they rely heavily on their friendship.
Sonya said for some reason she can't comment. Oh, I don't know, Ladybug. I didn't even see you in here. Oh, I don't know. Go on Ava's live page if you hear me, see me. Okay.
She can.
Hopefully you can get on
Hopefully
there.
you guys can. Yes, please feel free to ask them. But what I will say is that a lot of people don't have the same upbringing, the same childhood.
Yes.
We were raised.
Yes.
Yes.
When they say you was in church, you was in church.
That had to stay together, connected. Not saying that my cousins or my aunts and uncles that they weren't close, because we all are close, and family is very important to all of us. But my dad had, bless his heart and rest his soul. Elder Wayne Jones, we put it out there.
Yep.
Yes.
He taught us how to stick together.
Yes.
And protect
family
each other.
Is very important.
Very, very, very important. And I considered them my sisters, my best friends, and you know what I mean. And that's nothing. It's nothing like that in the world. But some people haven't experienced that. That is not their experiences. They feel that they either have their sisters and brothers. They grew up in separate houses.
You
in
foster
care.
Aren't you?
No, I think so.
That's why everybody can't comment.
Probably. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I would definitely add you guys. But yes, some people grew up like in a foster care or just different houses, and it makes it difficult for them to trust their own family, and they trust more outsiders than they do their family. So that definitely, it just depends on the person and their backgrounds, how they was raised. That definitely is.
That is a key factor.
Yes.
It is. But just for a quick tip, like I said and stated in the beginning, it is definitely something you need to actually talk about in the beginning to find out whether or not you're able to walk the same path without having any frustration or it causing any problems later down if that is someone who you're perceiving to be with. Because it can be a factor. Because it is good to be able to vibrate with someone who is more familiar with the customs or traditions, even though it's about relationship, but who are familiar with the traditions of what it all entails and how much time is put into the ministry. Right. That is the key. So if you have a person that can understand it, but it is definitely hard because I've been there, done that, had the hat and t-shirt to wear.
Well, how do you know when to let go?
That's a good question.
Actually, after a while, a lot of things that became a little bit repetitive, and I knew I was hanging on because I was trying to control the situation or the matter and learning to let it go because it was causing me harm physically, mentally, and emotionally, as well as physically. We don't know how sometimes you try to stay so long in a relationship because you don't want to perceive to have a failed relationship. Growing up in the church, that was one of the things. Yes. Having a failed marriage. I had to get rid of that mindset that I'm not a failure.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Negative connotation.
I don't want to have a failed marriage. Mm-hmm. I don't want to seem as a failure. I don't want to seem as I'm giving up on marriage because I hold it so dear to my heart. So yeah.
But that's the thing, and that was what made it hard for me as far as trying to control myself and try to hold on to a marriage. But sometimes the very thing that we hold on to, God is wanting us to let go because it was only for a time in a season. Especially when there's different factors that contribute to our mental health, our emotional health, and our physical health.
Yeah.
And so therefore I seen that it started to wane on me, and I had to realize and pray, okay, I did enough praying and fasting and ministering, and then things weren't changing. So like they said, you keep going around the same mountain expecting a different result. That is insanity.
Yeah.
So I learned to exit. Like they said, this is my exodus. I had to learn how to exit.
Yes. Well, I was
graciously,
forced to exit.
She was forced.
I was forced, and look, I don't mind sharing my story because I had to. In my first marriage, I knew that it.
Yeah, talk to him, sis.
I knew that it actually was not a healthy situation. Okay, and then I had my two sons that, were really, really young at the time. And actually, I had to experience...
Oh, she said she can put in emojis, but she can't...
I had to experience the jail system. And it was hard because I was taken from my babies, and especially at a very crucial point, an essential point in their life. They were so young, and they still, my oldest son and my middle son, they both know, and they can still have conversations about that, with me. And I'm always open book with them. I don't lie to them about anything. If something, we just had that type of relationship with me and my boys. I love them very much. And, but yes, I thank God He did put me in that situation, where I did have to get locked up, because I did not remove myself from that situation. So God did it for me.
Yes.
He took it. He did that for me, because He knew what my destiny was, and it was not going to get there.
And sometimes God has a way of bringing us out and exiting us out of situations because we refuse to listen to His voice when He's saying to let it go.
Yeah.
Therefore, He will place you in a position where you then have to sit down with yourself and actually work on yourself and say, okay, God, I see this is you. This was the only way that I knew you could remove me for what you didn't want for me in my life. He will remove you strategically out of things if you don't belong there, and pair you up with somebody who is more relatable and working from the same place in which you're
and somebody
wanting to be or go.
Yes, because I'm in a totally different marriage now, and to bring me on my segment, what time is it?
Yes, because 5:43.
Okay. With the refocusing and reestablishing myself, I don't know, for those who are probably in the 40s and 50s, even could be in the 30s, who have experienced where they don't no longer have the same goals that they did when they first got married.
And that's another thing. People have to learn, and that was another thing. I was trying to do everything, and I exhausted everything. Trying to keep a marriage spiced up, is a lot. You go to books, you go to different things. What can I do? Health things, therapy. Everybody takes different routes in trying to keep a marriage alive. But I read a book called The 5 Different Love Languages.
I was going to talk
Everybody
about that
has different love languages. And so therefore I can't expect somebody to love the same way I love. Right. And that's why I said I had to come into knowing and respecting somebody else and the love that they give and how they give it, because they might not give it the way that I give it, and I don't think they should give it the same way I'm giving it.
But they give differently. I just want to put this out there for the young girls, for my children that's watching. Know that you are worthy. You are somebody. You are beautiful.
Yes, beautiful.
To the young wonderfully that's out there, no man should put your hands on you.
And vice versa. Because we got some women out here who's some hitters.
Yes. So I'm putting it out there.
Just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I said.
I just want to put it out there to y'all, to be encouraged, to the young ladies. My children, that y'all are, beautiful, and y'all don't need to have, the abuse, verbal,
don't have
mental,
to suffer the emotional, verbal
abuse, you know,
as well as physical.
Yes,
because I think to me sometimes the emotional is more
worse.
It leaves an impression on that person, because it can affect that person's self-esteem, because you'll start believing the words that come out of a person's mouth. And both men and women do it. But the thing is being able to deal with the root causes of why people actually, they say hurt people.
And that's
find
true.
out the reason why.
But you have to understand this too, and I just want to throw this in there because I want to get my segment done before I get up off of here. Because you know how this one here.
Yes, I can go for days.
Yes, I don't mind, because you know what I mean.
She's a therapist. I know why she's talking. She can go for days too.
Yes, I can. I really can, but I don't want to. Either way, I will say this as far as the self-esteem. Please, definitely. Be aware of who you are, and with my segment,
have daily affirmations.
refocusing, reestablishing who you are. Because sometimes you go into these relationships, you're younger, and even if you're like mid-30s, because that's what I was when I married my second husband, and or my now husband, who I love dearly. I love dearly. But what I would say is that you have to know and be in love with yourself first.
Yes, and that's what I was speaking about earlier, about having self-love and self-preservation. Yes. You want to do whatever thing that is needed to be a healthier
I love all the fluffiness.
Set your boundaries. Yes. Do affirmations. Work on yourself. Work on those negative things about yourself. Because that's what a lot of us don't do. Pride cometh before destruction.
This is
Work with pride.
This is my subject. This is my test subject.
Oh, you know what?
She was my test subject.
Work with pride. Work with what? Yes. Oh, how you might have been an enabler. Like I said, I was an enabler.
Codependency.
Work with it. Yes, codependency. There's different things that we don't want to acknowledge or take a blind eye to that can cause destruction to a relationship. Yes. And yes, taking accountability.
Yes. And
for your actions.
We
your
definitely lack that. I think we definitely lack that.
A lot of people don't want to people take accountability.
Yeah, we don't want to take accountability for our own actions. But we're able to.
We can point out everybody else's.
Yes. So
and it's hard
to do that.
But to be able to really do the work and put in the work, you have to acknowledge your own faults.
Yes.
Or you will never be able to grow. It's like if I give you an instruction book, and the instruction book, you take out of it what you want to take out of it and think, oh, it's like if you skim reading it, what you think you need, and then when you get there, what you skim and thought perceived you had to know, you didn't know and wasn't able to get all the thorough instruction. You have to read it. You have to take a thorough assessment. You have to take a thorough, assessment and evaluation of yourself.
Because a lot of people do that about the Bible.
Oh, here we go. Let's not get started with this one, with that one. That's another day, another topic.
Because in relationships, you know what I mean? It is mighty funny that the men who do not fellowship in the sanctuary, tabernacle, the church, they know all these sayings from the Bible and have not even cracked open one.
Yeah. But they said, but the enemy knows the Bible too. He knows the Bible too. So
the devil,
the fallen angel. Hey, cuz the enemy, those witches and stuff like that, they know the word. I'm not trying to say men or witches.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know who I am. I know whose I am now.
That's why you gotta study the word to show that self-approval. And you gotta know the word for yourself.
I love fluffy. I'm good and fluffy. So
yeah,
I'm confident.
Yes. Okay. What
are you done with your segment? You done?
No. What time is it?
5:48.
Oh, okay. What I really want to say about reestablishing and refocusing is basically the goals that they were different from when I first went into me and my husband. Now, of course, the long-term goal basically is, retiring, having a 401k.
It should not be about monetary gain. It helps.
It does.
But
it does
help. Because you want to set some like-minded goals.
Purchasing house, laying foundation, ground foundation, something that you know that you need and you need to have, especially to leave to your children.
Yes.
Because it does say
because you do want to leave a legacy.
Yes.
But don't get me wrong, that should not be the basis or the foundation of your relationship. Because, and like they say, you don't want to get involved with a potential. The thing is, if you're working on those goals together, then you know that there's growth, then I can proceed forward. If there's no growth.
I also want to say this to the we cannot, and I'm guilty of it as well as I know my mom is watching. We cannot, and I repeat, we cannot change a man. We cannot,
or a woman. Let's keep it real.
We cannot.
Where's the usher clause?
I learned that.
I'm about to be flamed in the spirit.
We cannot. All you can do is check and work on you.
Yes.
You have to work on you. And I've learned that. I'm learning that. And once you start learning that and loving yourself, things will change. Stuff will change.
Watch God. This was my other test subject.
Yes! Won't he do it?
Change me, oh God.
Yes, won't he do it? Won't he do it?
More
but I just want to let y'all know.
Like you. Okay, so
Had to throw it in there.
Winding up this segment. Thank you all. Thank you all. If I have not added you, I will add you. But we will be going. I will add you.
Thank you.
But you probably won't have to worry about that, because we will be featured on our YouTube site
next Wednesday.
5
o'clock.
5 o'clock. And in saying that, also we would love our FB family friends to just give us or render us some topics of what you would like for us to discuss about. It seems like the next topic is going to be about church hurt is what we want to work with.
Oh my God.
No, I don't want to go there.
We gotta go there. We already said we would.
She's always wanting to avoid stuff.
Yeah.
And they talk about me.
You gotta address it. I love addressing stuff. I love addressing.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
We have to address it because you know what? A lot of people are going through the same thing.
True. Because it shouldn't stop you from going to the household of faith to fellowship.
It should not.
Because sometimes when you are going through, sometimes it's where I find my strength. My strength comes from when I go out and I minister.
True.
So my strength comes from that. And fellowship with Christ.
Yes.
But anybody said to do it 24/7, so it is a balance to that thing.
Yes.
But we will be elaborating. It seems like a lot of people were asking about that on tonight. That has been popping in and out about church hurt. So we're going to work with that.
Not only that, or maybe this could be a different topic too, is church, the difference between churchgoers and Christians.
I'm leaving that.
Oh yeah, we're going to speak on it. We're going to speak on it.
And as you can see, we definitely have a passion for what we do. We definitely have a passion for what we do, and we just hope that this be a blessing to others, because it is something different, and just coming from the perspectives of sisters in the Sandbox, we'll have everything set, because as you can see, we're not in the Sandbox, but because we grew up
we
together,
had to come up with something.
We had to do
telling the truth. They always kept saying that I don't play well in the
Sandbox.
Either way, people,
she doesn't play well in the Sandbox.
It's not about playing well. It's not about playing well with people. What it is about telling people the truth. And the thing is, I try to do it with love.
My thing is, you can tell them, but you can do more with salt. Season it with salt. See, there you go already with the faces.
I don't know about the salt, but I am going to say this.
The word of God says, season it with salt.
We need to learn how to tell the truth and communicate effectively with people, so they understand.
Yes, there's a difference between being aggressive and assertive.
Yes, definitely. So I'm assertive.
And also doing it with kindness and in love.
Yes.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, you got to work on that.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Especially all up in here. She's got a problem with the wrinkles in the forehead. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't do
the continence of
people.
her face. And
I
stuff.
don't do foolishness. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
But hopefully we hope that we have been of help in regards to just elaborating. We'll probably come back and revisit about a relationship and come from a different perspective of the relationships, because it entails a whole lot. And we're still going through a lot of things within relationships that we're all in. So we learn daily, and that's the thing. Always be a willing vessel. Always be willing.
Tell it like it is.
Yes. Always, you know what? Y'all want to keep siding with Avis. Y'all know what?
No, she always tell it like it is. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's the whole problem.
I've been nice.
But we just
several years now. There's no need to mince words.
And she wonder why I can ignore her at times. Silence is golden at times.
You gonna render a song, a selection or something?
We can't do a little tidbit, because they haven't heard the Jones Sisters sing.
Oh my God, no.
I didn't say I was singing.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Let's do Make Me a Servant, or Make Me a Vow, something.
No.
Back in the day. Let's do something old.
What time is it?
You got time? We got 5 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
No,
we want to be loud and stuff. Man.
Yeah,
my voice, they can't help it. My voice is strong.
And mine's is soft.
And hers is just there. The reason I said that is because she likes to drop and start lip singing.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
So that's yeah.
But that was shady.
And the family who know what we're talking about. Family, y'all know.
I do.
That's shady.
But we thank y'all for tuning in. So we're gonna leave y'all off with a song. What song we gonna sing, people?
I'll sing.
No, see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about right here.
She said I sound like a frog. Mommy said I sound like a frog, so I'm not saying.
She said the Lord loves the truth. You know what, cuz? Where I gotta come all the way to Seattle, Washington? What in the world? You know what? Talking about them genetics is strong, boy. What's the song? What's the song?
You sing a
Make
song.
me a vow.
Make me a vow.
Make me a servant. Humble and weak.
That's her mother's side. That's mom right there.
You don't know all the
Don't
words.
even
I do know the words
words.
because I've sung it.
Is that what
Make me
a vow?
a servant, humble and me. Lord, let me lift up those who are weak, and let the prayers of our heart always be. Make me a servant. You want to do that one?
You just did it.
All right, let's do it.
Nope.
Who said that?
Wanda.
Girl, bye. Anyway, so let's go. Or we can do I really love the Lord.
Well, we can
Or
do
thank
that.
you, Lord. Let's just do thank you, Lord.
You always do that.
One, I am
We
my
always
I am
do
my
that.
mother's child. 1, 2,
That's ridiculous.
because this is what we was brought up doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? It is very befitting to sing thank you, Lord, because we just
We are
thank God.
grateful.
We are
I
grateful.
am grateful. It's the
So we're
year,
still
the
learning.
season. It's not the night saying,
It's the
Lord,
season
I
of
thank
doing
you.
new things.
Yes. Yes.
New things on the horizon.
God is good.
All the
God
time.
is good. Yes,
All
he
the
is.
time.
Yes,
So
he
let's-
is.
Somebody said somebody told me YouTube. She didn't get it
We
on.
did. Everything has to be, honey.
24 hours.
Technical difficulties. Let's put it like that. But
I
we
was
will be
hungry.
on YouTube
I was hungry.
on next week. So let's go
I
because
was
we ain't got much
hungry.
time.
Still couldn't think. But
Here
it'll
we
be
go.
up there next week. I
Yes.
promise.
Catch us next week, 5 o'clock, YouTube site. Yup. Called Sisters in the Sandbox.
Yeah.
So you gonna leave them off with a song? Go ahead, leave them off
No,
with
we
a
don't
song.
thank you, Lord. We all
Yes.
doing it together.
Yes.
1, 2.
No, you started.
I started. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you. Thank you, Lord. Lord, I just want to thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. Catch us next week, guys. 5
Love
o'clock.
y'all.
Sisters in the Sandbox on YouTube.
Bye.
Promise. We'll be
Have
there.
a blessed night, guys.
We're out.